Okay folks, welcome to another episode of Panda Outdoors. Okay, so we're just getting down the Bugout camp in Andy's Pajero. Just set my old basher up from when I was in the TA, one of them, up above us because it might rain. Again, I'm just in the swag, and where I've set the camera up, that's going to be the kitchen. So we're just going to have a little bit of a cook up using some of the ridgemonkey stuff. And I'll show you a few of the ridgemonkey things that we've got in this video. So I'll show you like the bucket, stuff like that, and bring you along for the camp. Obviously we've got the jerry cans, the buckets, the pans, the stoves. You've seen the barbecue loads. So yeah, just bringing you along for the camp. We have got to do a little bit of maintenance on the fire pit because the sheep have managed to knock it over, the wind deflector over, so we'll have to sort that out. Andy's just setting up his sleep system, so he's going to be sleeping under his tarp with his fishing bed, and depending if I might have to shoot back and change my sleep system, if I can't find the poles for me swag, I might be sleeping under my tarp with on my fishing bed as well, all depending on if I've brought the poles for the swag. Hopefully they are in our storage container that is on the compound of the Bugout location, the farm, but we're like deep down into the meadow, a few fields over, so I'll have to just drive the Jeep back over and try and find my stuff basically. But other than that, I'll bring you along for the ride. I'm a bit tired, being a long weekend. This is Easter Sunday, so it was at a wedding yesterday, and I had a bit of a mishap. Not being very prepared, I managed to leave my keys in the house, bring my mum to the caravan, and drive all the way home and realised I'd locked my keys in the house, and then I had to drive all the way back to the caravan to pick my mum's key up. So as a prepper, I should have been onto that. So what I done was I went out and got 5 emergency keys cut and dotted them about in to different family members. Brownie got one, and a few other people. So now I know I definitely won't make that mistake again. This is why I become a prepper. Making mistakes like that, I never want it to happen again. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll bring you along. I'm just going to start preparing food now, so I'll bring you along for that. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so we've had a bit of an idea. So we're not going to drive all the way back to the container to find the poles. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this out, just in case it rains. I'm going to zip it all up and leave it out, just so the canvas gets wet. Because obviously with canvas, if you get it wet, it becomes a bit more waterproof. But what we found out was the Pajero, apparently the seats fold into a bed. Yeah, it folds into some sort of bed. So what I've done, it doesn't look comfortable at all. But what I've done is I've took the mattress out of my swag. We folded the seats into the bed configuration. I've got my pillows, my sleeping bags all open, and I'm going to have a go tonight, sleeping in Andy's Pajero. So I'm going to test it out. Give it a whirl, bit of a laugh. Probably have the shittest sleep of my life. But hey, I'll let you know how it is. But I think from just the looks of it, these seats are going. They're getting lashed. And we'll build a nice camper, nice tourer setup in there. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be sleeping in tonight. And as you can see, Andy's set up. He's got his DD XL tarp with these new Gucci poles he got off AliExpress. Okay, so they do extend really high. I think they extend to about 8 to 9 foot. And they come in a little bag, so they're pretty cool. Ideal if once he gets the roof rack, he can run his tarp from the roof rack out to these, and he'll get like an awning set up, which is, if he's already got the tarp, it's a lot cheaper than buying an awning. And then again, he's on his wide boy fishing bed with that stupidly extra large sleeping bag that basically he can go in and cocoon in, because it's massive. So yeah, so that's the sleep setup that we're going for tonight. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really going to video this camp out, just because I've had a stressful weekend. As I say, Friday, nightmare. Then we were at a family, family wedding. we were at a family wedding, and obviously weren't there long with the missus being pregnant. So, but we stayed as long as we could, and then come home. And then today I dropped the missus off, and then packed some gear into the van and come for a little last minute camp with Andy. And again, Andy's been to Blackpool to visit his family. So again, this is a proper last minute camp. Brownie's in work as well, so he couldn't come. So bring you along for the ride. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to cook up some food in a minute. So I'm going to make some rice, some Cajun style chicken, and fry, just flash fry some mushrooms and some spinach as well in it. So quite a healthy meal. Okay, so as you can see, that is what we've had. That's what we're eating. We've got some spinach, mushrooms, rice, and like grilled chicken. Okay, so again, all on the ridgemonkey plates and that. Okay, so I'll bring you back in a little bit when we're just chilling, having a laugh. And again, hope you enjoyed that little bit of a cooking demonstration. As I say, I'm no chef, but I'm going to start and try and cook up some better food if I can. I'll start getting Brownie to cook some stuff. He's a lot better than me, he makes stews and that. So I'm going to try and incorporate like a bit of a cooking part of the show, basically, the episode. So again, hope you liked it, and I'll get stuck into the food, and I'll let you know if I kill me or Andy. If I die, there'll be no more videos. If Andy dies, I'll replace him for someone better looking. Okay, so I'll bring us back in a little minute. Okay, YouTube, so just getting my head down now, testing out the car. I am using my mattress out my swag. Just saved us going back up the farm, opening the container where we keep some camp and stuff. As I say, it's a bit of a hike, bit of a trek, to be honest. So we remembered that these can fold out into some sort of bed. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm gonna have the best night's sleep ever, but we have put the mattress out of the swag in here, so, and I am parked a little bit uneven, but I wasn't moving the vehicle, so I'm all in, sleeping bag on, in my shorts. So I've got into my shorts instead of in my pants. So put just a pair of shorts on, and I've got a pair of sliders in case I have to get out to use the toilet tonight. So yeah, I'm cozy. As I say, bring you back in the morning. Andy's going to sleep himself. We're just letting the fire burn out, but I can see the fire from the back window of the truck. So if anything's wrong with that, if anything happens, at least I can see it and act upon it. We've left the little lights on as well, the solar powered lights that we always use. As I say, I will leave the link for them in the description actually, because we use them all the time. On the lowest setting you get 20 hours, which is it's quite a nice light. On the lowest setting, especially when you're camping, it's not too bright in your face, and then if you do need a bit of light to do a task or a situation occurs, you can whack it right up and the brightness goes up and you can deal with it and then drop it back down. So they are really good, and as well they are solar powered, so as long as you've got it, you could have it wrapped around your awning if you've got like an awning tent, or you could have it wrapped around your awning for when you're just sitting there of a night. As long as that solar panel's facing the sun in the morning, it'll recharge all day, ready for the evening again. So they are really good. I don't think they're overly expensive. I think they were about 35 to 40 quid, which for lights may sound a lot, but if you're camping as much as we are, like lately we're camping like every other weekend near enough, or at least once a month anyway, so they're getting used a lot. So it's a good investment. Okay, sometimes if you're going to be using things a lot, paying a little bit extra sometimes goes a long way. I know I like to try and keep things on a budget, but they go a long way. And as well, I've got a few videos coming out as well on more preparedness stuff and self-sufficiency, so just things I've learned over the years and picked up, and just some things that I want to start implementing in day-to-day life. So I hope you enjoy them videos as well. Just little, like, I'm going to show people like kits to keep in your car for emergencies, or in your wife's car, how to check your oil, your lights, your bulbs, stuff like that. Even if you can't replace them, at least you'll be able to check them and then get them into a mechanic or somebody that can do the work for you. And just other little stuff like having like a blackout kit in your car, so in your house, so if the power ever goes down, you've got a box you can go to with basic supplies in, so you can function around your house to get to blankets, sleeping bags, duvets, spare clothes, stuff like that. And this is from real life experience. As I say, Christmas morning we woke up and had no power, and we had to deal with that. So things like that have made me want to be a little bit more prepared. So I'm just going to bring a few little videos out showing you what I've done to try and overcome it or make life a little bit easier. So I hope you enjoy them videos as well as the camping and the four-wheel driving and the bushcraft. Okay, I will bring you back in the morning. Stop waffling, and I'll see you in the morning. Take care now. Okay, folks, so we're up. Me and Andy are up. It's now, tell you, it is just gone 9:20, so we are up. I'm just going to cook up some breakfast. We're just going to have sausage and bacon rolls for breakfast. Dead simple. Unfortunately, on the cooking video, I know you've seen in the video, it was sped up with some music over it. I did talk through and I was making it and I was preparing it. Unfortunately, with the new mic, I'm not really used to it yet. So while I'm still getting used to the mic, I've lost audio. So I'm going to go over this. Just a few key things when you are cooking out in the bush, out in the field, is you've still got to be clean. Okay, so especially where we are, we have sheep running around, other animals. You don't want to get, if you've been prepping wood or something like that and there's something on your hand, you don't then want to go and start preparing food, cook it, and it's got sheep feces on or anything like that, or anything. Make sure you just give your hands a wash, give your equipment a wipe down. Like, I know the table looks dirty, but there's stains and stuff. We have literally, this table's clean. We give it all a wipe down, make sure you wipe your hands and stuff like that. And the day and age we live in, everyone should have antibac gel in the kits, or we keep antibacterial wipes with us in our packs just to wipe all our equipment down when after cooking and stuff like that. So again, just be a little bit clean, a little bit tidy. Make sure you wipe everything down. Anything that you're using, if you're cutting stuff off with your knife, I use my neck knife for it, because I basically don't really use my neck knife for any big bushcraft chores. So my neck knife, maybe I'll cut a little bit of string with it, a little bit of cordage, or I'll cut open packets, food packaging and stuff like that. I use that. I'd never dream of using my actual bushcraft knife, because again, I've been prepping wood, stuff like that, or I've been digging something out the ground with it, whatever. So just be mindful what you're doing, because nobody wants to get ill. So when you're out camping, if you prepared food wrong or something like that, one, it can end your camping trip, but two, if it is a bug out situation, and you go down with diarrhea or vomiting because you've prepared your food wrong or you've ingested something you shouldn't have, it's going to make the situation a lot worse. As well, if you're out camping, it's going to ruin your camping trip if you're sitting in a bush for the full weekend while all your mates are having a few beers and a nice jolly. So just be prepared. Make sure you've got some key things just to stay clean. when you're in the bush. Okay, so as you can see, just on the ridgemonkey again, antibacterial wipes like I've just gone over, key. So I'm just giving my hands a little wipe, a little clean down, because at the end of the day I don't want to make me or Andy sick. So we are just using the ridgemonkey again. We cleaned this all out last night. So what you want to do is get your pan on. I like this stuff. Some people use oil, but I do like the 1 calorie spray. I haven't got to worry about this spilling in the kit when we're off-roading or whatever, and it lasts for ages because you're putting 1 or 2 sprays in. When you've got oil, sometimes with oil, I know I do, I get a bit carried away, and next minute your sausages are floating around the pan. So just a little spray, top and bottom, and you're done. And then what you want to do is let the pan heat up, okay? What a lot of mistakes people make is, I used to do it as well. I'll put all my sausages, everything, all my food in the pan, then stick it on. But it's not doing nothing. It's not cooking your food because the pan's got to heat up, then transfer it through to the food. So what you're best doing is pop your pan on and let your pan heat up first. So once you put your food on the pan, it's going to start cooking straight away. Just a little tip for everybody. So again, all we're having today is bacon and sausage, and we have some brioche buns. So, okay, so these are the buns we got, Warburton's brioche burger buns. As I say, this was a little bit of a off-the-cuff camp, to be honest. So we didn't bring, it was a bit hard to find stuff when I stopped off at the Asda service station on the way here. So just got some 12 unsmoked bacon rations. And then I got some spinach, so I'll probably put a bit of spinach on it. A bit of a posh BLT with a sausage, maybe. And then I got some Ridgemonkey sausages, okay? So that's what we are going to be having for our breakfast this morning. Okay, as well, don't forget when you're camping, always have a rubbish bag as well. So we forgot ours, but luckily enough, I've got this bag. So all the rubbish will be going in this, and I'll take it with me. If it's cardboard or paper or stuff like that, we normally just chuck that in the fire, it'll burn. But anything plastics or stuff like that, take it home with you and put it in your recycling bin. Again, do the right thing. Don't leave where you're camping in a bit of a shit state. Especially for us, this is Andy's family land. They own this land. So the last thing we want to do is leave this in a mess. And then next time we come, we get smacked upside the head by Win, whose farm it is. So make sure when you're camping, folks, to please take all your rubbish with you. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pierce the sausages a little bit and then get them on to the fire. What I'll do is I'm just going to put this on a bit of a time lapse now and show you me cooking. No one wants to hear me waffling how to cook bacon and sausage, do they? I'm going to switch this over to a time lapse while I'm preparing the breakfast, and I'll bring you back once I'm done. Okay, so as you can see in the little time lapse, I've just been cooking up some bacon, sausage on brioche buns, and I've got a little bit of spinach on mine, so that's what it looks like. So again, nice little breakfast, nice little cook up. I didn't need to talk you through that how I was preparing it. Everyone knows how to make bacon and sausage. If you don't, very simple. I like to pierce the sausages a couple of times, throw them in the pan, fry them up. If you're unsure if they're cooked, cut them in half with a little knife and then fry them in like a butterfly effect, and then you definitely know they're cooked. Bacon doesn't take long at all to cook. As you've seen, I take the fat off mine, and he likes the fat on his. But yeah, I hope you like that little bit of a cooking demonstration on making breakfast, something a little bit easy. As I say, nothing fantastic, it was just what I could buy when I stopped off at the service station. He has the service station the week on the way here. Okay, so we've just had just done our food and stuff now. Packed everything away. We have put a little fire on because we're gonna chill down here for a little bit. But again, I want to tell you about another little bit of kit that I've picked up recently. So I got this off a guy. He no longer uses it. I don't think he used it much anyway. It's like brand new. It still was in the original packaging. It is a jackery. So you have seen these on a few videos, to be fair. A lot of people have got them. A lot of YouTubers are using them and stuff like that. The brand's being pushed really well. But from what I've seen, and I've seen them firsthand, they are really good bits of kit. Don't get me wrong, there is more expensive ones on the market that do more, but this was the benchmark. This was the leading brand, and I think it still is. It's not the most expensive one out there, and it's not the cheapest one. But it does exactly what it says. This is the 1000 watt one. So jackery do a 250 watt, a 500 watt, and a 1000 watt in the UK. That's available. I think in the States they do a couple of bigger ones, but at the moment I think the 1000 watt is the biggest one you can get in the UK. So the one that we've got is the 1000 watt. I managed to score this with 2 solar panels as well, and all the charging leads. So again, you can charge this up via your mains. You can charge it up via a cigarette lighter that plugs into your car or your vehicle, and again solar panels. So you get an adapter that you plug the 2 solar panels into, and then you plug them into your jackery device. So you can have 200 watts of solar going into this, or just have one. Again, with the solar panels, they do have a converter on the back where you can plug a USB-C or a USB into the back and charge your phone just via solar, or charge a device just via solar by putting it out in the field. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the jackery. We just charged this up off the mains for a couple of hours before we brought it out. You do have your inputs, okay, so you have your what looks like a little miniature Anderson connection by the looks of it, and that is the connection where you're running 2 solar panels. And then on the other side you have your connection for your cigarette lighter one, your mains adapter from the house, or if you're running a single solar panel, I think, from what I'm getting off the instructions. Okay, then you've got your DC connection, so you turn that on, and then that powers up all this. So you have got a cigarette lighter, so if you've got like a 12 volt fridge, you plug that in there, or one of the 12 volt cooler boxes. You got 2 USB-Cs and you got 2 USBs. Again, we had the Wi-Fi running off it last night, my mobile Wi-Fi, and we charged both phones. I charged my iPhone that I do the recording with all off this, and it hasn't barely moved. Then when you're moving over, you have a 240 socket, so for you to run like a travel hairdryer if you wanted. I'm just saying, but I don't know if you can, if they're too powerful, but you can run small items, charge a laptop. You could charge a laptop off this. Other things, I'm sure you could use one of those low voltage microwaves that they have in the camper vans as well, maybe like a 600 watt. I'm not too sure though, but I think that's going to be a little test. I might try and get hold of like a low voltage microwave and test it out. But again, you could power like small projector, stuff like that. If you're having like a camp out with the kids and you wanted to put like a sheet up on the side of your vehicle and a little projector, you could power that off this as well. So again, really good. You turn it on, then you hear the inverter kicking in, and then when you're not using it, just push the AC button and it goes off. And then on the front, we do have just a little LED torch on the front, little light, which why not put one on. And it's not overly heavy. It probably weighs less than a car battery, so it's portable. Like the handle, the only thing is the handle doesn't fold away, so you can't stack nothing on top of it, so it's a bit more awkward to pack away. But again, still a really good piece of kit. The reason we've got this is there's 3 of us that mainly come camping. So what we thought was, at the moment, none of the vehicles have got a 12 volt leisure system in it as of yet. So for the sake of what we got this for, to be honest, we got this really cheap, but it cost a lot more to do 3 12-volt systems in the vehicle than it was to buy this between us. So we just put this in one vehicle, and then again we take it out and we put it on a communal bit, like we've got the cooking station set up. We just stick it on there. But also, you've seen the van, like the Bugout van that we've made, that had a 12-volt system in it, what we built to run the airsoft site. Unfortunately, what I've found out is the split charger they used is not really the correct one for that vehicle. Because it's a 2009 vehicle, the alternator, once the battery vehicle is charged, the alternator carries on kicking out, stops kicking out 14 volts, it drops down. So the leisure battery wasn't getting a complete charge. So for me to change that system was going to cost over £100. What I done was I found a lead on Amazon for £7 that comes with the socket that goes into a cigarette lighter. So all I've done, I've wired that to the battery terminals. This took away the leisure battery, took away the split charger, and I've connected that up, that wire. So all I do now is I plug that into the cigarette lighter just there, and then once this is in the van, it runs all the 12 volt in the van, the lights. So again, it's very versatile. You can just, went to that camp and we're sitting around, I can just go and take it out the van, put it on the table, everyone can charge the phone, plug a Bluetooth speaker in if you want to listen to music, stuff like that. Again, really good. For me, it's good to keep all my phone, my lights and stuff charged up for when I'm recording a video. For Andy, it's crucial because with his job, he has to be on call. And if his laptop battery goes down, if we're out camping or off-roading or whatever, he needs to be able to charge his laptop up. So again, using the jackery is perfect. He just plugs it in, plugs the laptop in, and away we go. So yeah, just a little brief talk on our jackery. I will do like a proper in-depth video, I think, of this, testing a few different electrical items, see what it can do, and I'll show you how good the solar is charging it. So yeah, so just a little bit more kit that I'm showing you that comes in handy. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for this video as well. We are going to spend a little bit more time down here, but all we're going to do is just tidy up, pack the truck up, and then away we go. And I think I'm going to try and get a couple of more videos recorded for the channel while I'm down here. So, but for this little camp out video, I hope you enjoyed it. Me sleeping in the back of the Toronto, in the back of the Pajero. Unexpected, not being very prepared, leaving me poles, but again, we overcome it. We figured out a different situation, and it got sorted. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And again, any questions on any of the kit I've got, or any questions or anything like that, or any ideas for me to do, any negative comments, unless it's constructive criticism, if it's just you being a tosser, keep them to yourself. But other than that, I hope to see you outdoors sometime, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care now, and goodbye.